These hands. I remember when they first picked up their first drink. I remember thinking it was all part of just having fun. But what I don't remember is when exactly it stopped being fun. When did opening up a bottle became my way of life? I know I used to live for more than the next drink. I don't even know where my friends are anymore. I don't even know who they are. My family, they gave up on me long ago. I mean, I can't say I blame them, even though it makes me just so mad. Oh, how do I stop these hands?
These hands, they've written things I never thought I could write before. They were so mean. I didn't even know I could say such things. First it was email, then it was Facebook. Now I'm even texting this stuff. Lies, slander. It's like I forget that when I'm writing this, there's a real person reading it. I wish it wasn't even my heart. I've hurt so many people. I wonder what people think of me at school. Nothing but a gossip. Is it possible to change my reputation with these hands?
These hands have taken me to places I never should have gone. Flipped through magazines I never should have looked at. In fact, that's when it all began, way back in high school. But lately, I keep typing in these old web addresses. I'm a good person, really. Except for this one thing. I keep visiting these sites. Lately, it's all I think about. I can't get these images out of my mind. How did it get here? How do I erase all this from my mind? How do I restrain these hands?
These hands used to showcase my most treasured possession. I can still vaguely remember my husband sliding that ring on my finger. I felt so safe, so loved. But as the years went by, I would look in the mirror and wonder, why me? Or I would watch movies or hear stories from my girlfriends and think, why can't I be loved like that? Or why can't my husband be that way? Yeah, I kept thinking I could find happiness somewhere else. Boy, was I mistaken. I kept telling myself, maybe I just married the wrong man. Or maybe I didn't love him at all. I get so confused. The only thing I know is that I will always regret the day I turned the knob on our front door for the last time and walked out. So empty. My heart. These hands.
These hands. I just get so angry. I want to punch someone. Or at least something. 1 minute, I'm perfectly fine. And then the next, I'm out of control. My dad will be asking me to do something I don't want to do, or someone will bump into me at the store, or some guy tries to talk to my girl right in front of me. Is something wrong with me? I just can't control these hands.
These hands did something I'm really ashamed of. I was taking a history test on Friday. I studied, I really did. It's just, I guess I couldn't remember. So I looked over at Jacob's paper. He's so smart, it's not fair. He gets A's without even trying. So I took my pencil and copied what he had. I knew it was wrong. What if I get caught? I'm going to get in such trouble with these hands.
These hands have worked hard. I leave the house earlier and earlier and then end up staying longer and longer each evening. I knew I should be home with my family. My wife would call. I'd make up some excuse for staying at the office. Eventually, I just started ignoring her calls. It's just that I knew if I worked a little harder, I'd eventually get enough ahead. We'll finally have enough money. I kept telling myself, a man has to work. We have to provide for our families. But nothing was ever really good enough. No wonder she left. If I could just do it all over again, push that undo button on my computer. If I could only make things right with these hands.
These hands? These hands were nailed to a cross for you. For your every sin, these hands bled. For every wrong word, every wrong thought, and every wrong action. You see, you all, like sheep, have gone astray. Each of you has turned to his own way, and my Father has laid on me the iniquity of you all. I took up your infirmities and carried your sorrows. I was stricken, smitten, and afflicted. I was pierced for your transgression. I, the righteous servant, justified many and bore your iniquities. I have poured out my life unto death, and was numbered with the transgressors. I bore the sin of many, and made intercession for the transgressors. And by my wounds you are healed. In these hands you can have life, freedom, closeness with the God who created you. These hands can bring healing. These hands can bring forgiveness. These hands can bring victory over every wrong thing that enslaves you. Call on me, follow me, take my hand.